260 pounds for Tucker Fredrickson. Now the two big guys are coming up. Lou Ferrigno, well, that's not all that positive, was it? But he got it up and he held it just fine and stays in at 260. And this 24-year-old is fast becoming a major story in athletics. Two-time Mr. Universe, winning in 73 and again in 1974, and proving here at the Superstars that he is no ordinary athlete. He lost most of his hearing when he was 3 years of age from an ear infection, but he dug in as a little guy. He went to lip reading school and found his way into bodybuilding. At age 14, he was 5'11", 150 pounds. Today, he towers 6'5", and when he won his second Mr. Universe title, he weighed right about 280 pounds. He's a sheet metal mechanic, and he is very good at his trade. It took some special grit for him to fight his way past the lack of hearing growing up, but he talks forthrightly about it.
That's true, but actually, I have two things to fight for. First, I had to compete with the normal kids as far as being left out in the crowd. They always put me back in the classroom, but since I was hard of hearing, it always gave me that extra determination to succeed, and that's why I felt that if I could cope with the normal kids, and since going to this, besides the Mr. Universe, and trying to prove that I'm an athlete, with the aid of my discipline, it just helped me to be a great person, which I always wanted to be.
All right, he will watch now. Tucker, who's looking for some new source of strength here. 270 pounds is just flat awesome when you're up against a guy like Mr. Universe and Brian Oldfield. My goodness.
It's very important right now to get a lot of help and a lot of assistance from your legs right now, Keith. You just can't do that much with your arms at this much weight. Your legs are 5 times stronger than your arms. You've got to get underneath it. Uh-oh. Oh!
Well, you know, he almost had it, but Tucker Fredrickson is gone at 270 pounds.
Keith was an exercise in futility. I had nothing to do but lose in that one.
Yeah, but you were pretty dang close about it.
Well, I was, but I had no shot at the big boys. The defensive tackles take over now. Us running back step aside. We know our place. But I'm
You've
really
been drinking your buttermilk to get it that high, though, I'll tell you, country.
I'm happy with that, believe me.
Nice going.
Thank you.
That incidentally is good for third place, too. All right, 270 for Lou Ferrigno. Well, he handled 270 better than he did 260.
Yes, he did. He's starting to stagger a little bit, Keith, right now. His timing's a little bit off. He's not getting underneath that weight. And as I said before, to just go on and reiterate, you cannot get that much help from your arms, as gigantic as Ferrigno's arms are. You got to get your technique and get your legs under it. Of course, we see a perfect demonstration right there with Oldfield.
Right. Now let's spend a moment with Lou Ferrigno's dad, Matt, who's here at the sidelines cheering.
Mr. Ferrigno, you must be very proud of this young man, not only for having overcome a real problem, but what he's done.
Yes, I am. I didn't think he would do this good against these great athletes down here. He certainly has given a good account for himself.
As he grew up, was he as dedicated in growing up to succeed as he appears to be now?
Oh, yes. In everything he has tried, he has a lot of self-discipline, and he's a really dedicated worker in everything he does. And he turned to bodybuilding, and he gave it everything he had, and I guess his title has shown that.
All right, we're at 290 pounds. Oh, he almost lost that. He almost lost that.
A little floppy on the technique.
Little floppy. There's a very, very wide split, and he just about caved in with it. Did not really get his legs under it. Bruce Randall, the umpire, has gone over to talk with him now and explain to him exactly how he's going to run into trouble if he doesn't posture himself a little better at the top. You see, he almost dropped it. But he stays in at 290 pounds.
A break for Lou right there. You think he looks worried?
He just absolutely cannot play it straight. He'd better get serious right here. That's a lot of weight.
Well, I think he's pretty confident about making this one.
Oh, yeah. No trouble. Oldfield handles 290 just fine. Pumped himself up just a little bit. First time we've seen him pump.
He's a power man. Putting that shot put, lifting those weights. This is his field. This is his line.
The guy who holds it. Here we are, new superstar record, 310 pounds. 310. Oldfield held the record at 300. He left that 300 5 times. But now we saw Ferrigno almost lose 290.
trying to get his mind together, a picture of determination. He's got to be almost perfect right now with the problems he had with the earlier weights, Keith.
310. I don't know if it's good or not. Now, he had the same trouble at 310 he had at 290. He's never really quite froze it at the top. And we're waiting. No, it is not a good lift. No. Rigno is going to finish in second place if Oldfield handles it all right.
Yep.
Oh, nothing to it. So Brian Oldfield sets a new superstar weightlifting record, winning at 310 pounds. Oh, that is something, isn't it? Okay, the results of the weightlifting. Oldfield winning, 10 points. Lou Ferrigno, Tucker Fredrickson third, followed by Mike Smith and Bob Rigby. And your standings now after 3 events. As you see, Ferrigno sits on top. Heat number 2 at the swimming pool. 5 athletes entered, trying to get a place in that final. The winner is the only man who locks the spot. The rest of them have got to fight the clock. And swimming away from the camera at the top of the pool will be the big shot putter Brian Oldfield. Tested the other day, only has 10% fat on that massive body. May sink.
Oldfield or Goliath?
Here's another slim, swift one. Ralph Boston will be swimming next to Oldfield. A couple of track guys up at the top of the pool, as you'll see the action. In the middle, we've got the soccer players. Kyle Rote, who has never lost in the swimming pool, will be swimming in lane number 4 alongside the New York Cosmos goalie, Bob Rigby, and past performance tells us those two will be the fastest. There's Bob's wife, Dale Rigby. And with a very, very sore leg, our ski champion, Hank Cashua, will be swimming in lane number 6. And, Reggie, they are looking at some tough times.
Absolutely. We've got 3 guys in the first heat that are under 33 seconds. And Schmidt, of course, with the 28.61 is going to be awfully tough to beat. You've got 2 guys in here in Rote and Rigby that are the soccer players that obviously have a great amount of endurance. You run up and down the field all the time, and Rote has never been beaten in this event, as you have said earlier, Keith.
Well, I'll tell you this, Rigby turned first, but Rote coming off the flip turn handles it very well, and Kyle now establishes the lead as they come toward the end of the 50 meters. It is Rote and Rigby right together. The winner locks the spot in the final. The rest of them fight the clock. It is Rote and Rigby coming to the finish. It is Rote on the touch, just edging Bob Rigby. Top of the picture, you've got a battle for third place. It is Oldfield touching out Boston. What a battle, but the winner is Kyle Rote. Rigby second. Here's Reggie with him.
Made the finals, you got some strong competition here, especially the guy right next to you.
Well, he's been leading the way to soccer players for a long time. He's tough. Him, I probably wouldn't even be here at all. So, I look for his jet wash in the face.
Okay, Bob.
All right, here are the results of Heat 2. Rote 30.21 seconds, Rigby 30.37, Brian Oldfield 34.01, Ralph Boston 34.30, and Hank Cashua with that sore leg 36.44. But it was so very close between Rote and Rigby. As you see them just coming stroke for stroke, and Rote just touching Rigby out at the finish. And the fight for third spot between Oldfield and Boston was just as close, and Brian by no more than a finger edged Ralph Boston. So here are the finalists for the swimming. It'll be Bob Rigby, Wayne Grimditch, Mike Schmidt, Kyle Rote, and David Hemry. Those are the 5 that'll fight it out in the swimming fight. All right. The next heat will be Rafer Johnson, who can fly over this thing, and Brian Oldfield, the big shot putter, and they're just about ready to go. Reggie?
Big fella, you've got a chance to pick up some money, too. It seems like everybody that's in the final right now, in the obstacle course, has a chance to get into some second or third place money. And, of course, Mr. Rote is waiting right now down in the booth to see what happens in this event. You got a chance, like, you know, it's money, 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 so to speak, I guess. And, of course, the competition is involved, but you get lost in all the, you know, confusion, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you lost right now?
I'm really thinking about that wall, you know. The wall's like a woman, kind of fickle. One time it lets you over, the next time it's, you know, you're down.
Go after it, big guy.
I'm ready.
All right, the 2 fastest times, 24:07, 29:80, Swan and Hemry, respectively. Let's see what these 2 big guys can do. Reggie, what do you think? Can that shot putter get through there, all over that wall fast enough?
I think the big fella can. He's awful impressive. For a big guy, you don't expect him to be quite as agile, as versatile as he is, but he is a guy that comes up with a lot of surprises. I'm interested to see what Rayford Johnson does because he wants to make a showing. Oh, look at a big guy go up the wall and over already, and Rayford Johnson is too. Call it, Chief.
Raper, of course, a former decathlon champion and just an absolutely great athlete. He's had a little time to get himself honed in a little better shape, and right now Raper has the lead. Notice how smooth he is. He's over the water. He's over the high bar. Oldfield knocks the high bar down and almost broke it in half. Raper Johnson has a penalty back on the tires. Brian Oldfield will have 10 seconds, 10 total seconds of penalty. Raper Johnson will have 5 seconds of penalty, so they are no longer a factor. They are no longer a factor for Bob Rigby and Wayne Grimditch. And guess who gets to run? Lynn Swan. Brian Oldfield is in second place at 10:43. Lynn Swan's winning time 10-2-3, and it's a disappointing time for the big shot putter, Brian Oldfield. If you can believe a blithe spirit of 250 pounds, then you are looking at him. He's become a very popular athlete during his time in Superstars competition. He's both up and down practically every hour of the day and very seldom at a loss for words. That's why we save this moment.
There's nothing to say.
Loose and enjoying life, very much a basic part of this massive man's makeup, like racing the ladies at 60-yard sprints in professional track. But his real game, outside of having a whole lot of fun, putting on a show, is putting the shot. That is his high. He's pushed it farther than any other man. Let's go back to El Paso, Texas, if you will. Back to May of 1975. 73 feet, 1/4 inch on this foot, using the new discus spin technique. After that came this. When they laid the tape down, they knew they had something special. When Brian Oldfield let the 16-pound shot go, he knew he had something special. He asked for and got the steel tape to make it as official as possible. And he got 75 feet even. But it will not be recognized by the International Track and Field Federation because he is a paid professional. But nonetheless, 75 feet is his record. That 75-footer, however, is a professional record, will not be accorded worldwide recognition by the international federations. Perhaps he is Hercules Unchained, but he has the most healthy respect for the prime motivator of any professional athlete, money, even here at Superstars.
Cash is great. You know,